What if the woman you love was not who she seemed? What if on your wedding night, the bride you held in your arms was hiding a face of pure horror? This is the tale of love, betrayal, and the chilling curse that haunts the hearts of a prince. A story whispered across generations. A story that will make you question everything you think you know about love. In the heart of Enyandoro, a kingdom known for its lush fields, towering baobab trees, and rivers that whispered secrets to those who listened, a great celebration was underway. The king's only son, Prince Jengo, had reached the age of marriage, and the entire kingdom buzzed with excitement. According to tradition, the prince's bride had to be chosen from among the fairest maidens of the land. Every noble family and common villager sent their most beautiful daughters, hoping to capture the prince's heart. The selection was to take place in the palace courtyard, where the young woman would stand before the prince as he made his choice. The kingdom's elder, draped in red and gold robes, sat in semicircle around the prince, their eyes keenly watching for a girl whose presence carried the grace of the ancestors. Among the gathered maidens stood Mirembe. She was unlike any of the others. While the other girls adorned themselves with heavy gold jewelry and colorful beads, Mirembe wore a simple flowing white gown. Her skin had the soft glow of dawn, her dark eyes were deep full of mystery, and her braided hair was crowned with tiny white cowrie shells. The prince's gaze locked onto hers, his heart pounding. A strange warmth filled his chest, as though he had seen her before, yet he could not remember when or where. The prince has chosen. The elders murmured among themselves as they watched Jengo take a step forward. Without hesitation, Jengo lifted his hand and pointed to Mirembe. "She will be my bride." A chorus of gasps filled the air. Some maidens lowered their heads in disappointment, while others whispered among themselves. The kingdom erupted into celebration. The sound of drums echoed through the air, and the people feasted for days. But amid the joy, one old woman remained silent. Her name was Enyarai, the village seer, known for her wisdom and ability to see beyond the physical world. She watched Mirembe closely, her face unreadable. That night she approached Jengo, her fingers clutching her wooden staff. "Your bride is not what she seems," she whispered. "Look beyond her beauty." Jengo chuckled, dismissing her words. "You are old and filled with fear, Enyarai. Let me enjoy my happiness." Enyarai shook her head, her eyes dark with warning. "Some beauty is a mask, my prince, a mask hiding something that should never be forgotten." But Jengo, lost in the intoxication of love, ignored her words. What terrifying secret is the bride hiding? What horror awaits the prince on his wedding night? Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. If you love African folk tales full of mystery, suspenses, and powerful lessons, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's keep our rich storytelling traditions alive. Now, let's continue. As the wedding day drew near, whispers of strange occurrences spread through the palace. The servants swore that Mirembe's chamber was always colder than the rest of the palace. Some claimed they had seen her reflection move differently in the water, as if it were someone else entirely. Others said that she disappeared at night, her bed untouched by sleep. One night, the chief servant, Kamau, woke to fetch water and found the palace corridor shrouded in an unnatural silence. As he walked past Mirembe's chambers, he saw the door slightly open. Peeking inside, his breath caught in his throat. Mirembe stood before her mirror, but something was wrong. Her reflection, No, something in the mirror was looking back at her. It was not quite her face. Half of it was smooth and beautiful, but the other half, it was skeletal. Kamau gasped, but before he could run, Mirembe turned her head sharply. "Did you see something?" she asked, her voice eerily calm. "No, no, my lady," Kamau stammered, bowing quickly before rushing away. The next morning, he went to the elders to report what he had seen, but his lips refused to speak. A great fear gripped his heart, rendering him silent. That night, he packed his belongings and fled the palace, never to be seen again. On the day of the wedding, Mirembe walked gracefully down the palace aisle, her white robes flowing like mist behind her. The people whispered in awe of her beauty. Jengo could not take his eyes off her. When she smiled at him, all his doubts and the old woman's warnings faded from his mind. The wedding was grand, filled with feasting and dancing that lasted until the moon rose high in the sky. Finally, the time came for the newlyweds to retreat to their chambers. Jengo led Mirembe inside, his heart pounding with excitement. The room was dimly lit, with only the flickering flames of the oil lamps casting shadows on the walls. As she removed her veil, he was once again struck by her beauty. He reached for her, but she took a step back, a strange smile playing on her lips. "I have waited for this moment," she whispered. Then, before his eyes, her face changed. Her flawless skin cracked like dry earth, peeling away to reveal a second face beneath it. A face of decay, sorrow, and something ancient. One half of her remained the stunning woman he had married, but the other was horrifying visage, her eye hollow, her cheekbone exposed. Jengo stumbled back, his breath frozen in his throat. What are you?" he gasped. Mirembe's voice became two, one smooth and sweet, the other hollow and haunting. "I'm the past you forgot, the love you betrayed." Memories surged through Jengo's mind, like a river bursting through a broken dam. Years ago, when he was younger and less burdened by duty, he had loved a woman named Kalima. She had been a village girl, not of noble blood, but their love had been deep and pure. Yet when the time came for him to choose a bride, Jengo abandoned Kalima for a woman of noble standing. He had left her heart broken, her cries unheard, her love discarded like a withered flower. One day, Kalima had vanished, her body never found. The village whispered that she had thrown herself into the river, her soul lost to the depths. Jengo's knees buckled. "Kalima," he whispered. Mirembe, no Kalima, stepped closer, her skeletal hand reaching for him. "She called to me from the spirit world," she murmured. "She gave me her sorrow, her pain, so I could make you remember." Jengo pleaded, his voice shaking. "Forgive me, I did not know, but it was too late." Kalima raised her hands, her skeletal fingers tracing the air in a strange pattern. A cold wind howled through the chamber. "You will never love again," she declared. "From this night forward, every woman you gaze upon will bear my face, the face of love and betrayal." Jengo screamed as his vision burned. He squeezed his eyes shut, but when he opened them, the curse had taken hold. He ran through the palace halls, searching for a familiar face, someone who did not bear Kalima's twisted image. But every woman, his mother, the servants, even the village girls, now had her shifting, decayed face. Madness clawed at his mind. He fled into the night, into the forest beyond the kingdom, where the trees whispered secrets and the rivers mourned lost souls. Some say he still roams, haunted by the ghost of his past. Others believe he threw himself into the river, hoping to escape the curse. But the river never returned his body. As for Mirembe, Kalima, she vanished with the wind, her spirit finally at peace. And one night, when moon is full, the villagers swear they hear a woman's laughter, soft, sorrowful, and filled with the echoes of betrayal. Love is sacred, and betrayal carries price. When a heart is broken, the spirits may come to collect their due. Person's past cannot be buried forever, for the echoes of forgotten promises will always find their way back. True love is not just about beauty and desire, but about honor, loyalty, and the weight of one's choices.